Welcome everyone. So we are going to go to step number 8, which is creating your first feature file. This is the step-by-step to creating your first SpecFlow Selenium test framework. My name is TG. Welcome, Niger. Um, so I'm going to go through these steps, and which is the first step that we've done. We've gone through step 1 to 7. So if you are looking to get a video, you can look into the channel, Blue Sky channel. So we've gone through downloading and installing Visual Studio. We've also looked into integration or SpecFlow extension with Visual Studio. We've also looked into creating the first project. We've looked at the folder structure. We've looked at the activation of this SpecFlow Plus runner. We have added Nugget package, created the hooks in the last video. So now is creating your feature files. So that's what we're going to look right now. So for you to create your feature files, you just need to go to your feature folder. So let's go here. So we've already got our feature folder. Like I said, you have the calculator folder, so you are free to delete it because we don't need it. So let's go here and click on the file or add and new. So and you go to SpecFlow. One thing I want to say is, like I mentioned this in the second step. Actually. So if you don't get this SpecFlow icon or even this SpecFlow here, so that means you've not done the second step properly. So you should go back to the second step and see. So if you don't have this particular step, particular feature here, so you've not actually done the second step properly, you should go back and watch the video. So if you have this now, and you want to create your feature file, just click on SpecFlow feature file. So once you do that, you can write the name and ensure that your name has got dot feature at the end. This is very, very important. Otherwise, you won't have the SpecFlow logo. So I'm going to just delete before the dot feature. I want to call this search. So it's going to be search functionality that I need to create the feature file for. So okay, so by default, you're going to have the scenario for calculator. So, and in your this is your sample feature file that you have. So you have the keyword feature, and we follow by a colon and the name of that particular feature which we have basically. So and sorry about that. So then you have a description explain what that particular step would that feature is about, and then you have a tag. So this tag is useful for you to be able to say, I want to run this particular scenario. I don't want to run other scenarios in my test, and it basically allows you to segregate some tests from the other. So it's very, very important. So and then it's followed with a scenario. So and with a colon and the name of that particular scenario. And you have, okay, before I continue, I will need to say you need to understand the color coding. So you know there's some in white, some in blue, different shade of blue, and you will also see some of them in purple. I will replace it now. You see some in purple. So what you could do now is have the so you have the given and when in blue. Those this all these blue ones that you see here, feature, scenario, given, and when are the keywords basically. So and the given is your precondition that you can actually use before your test starts. Then you have your when clause, which should have your actions. Your then should be your expected behavior, what you're trying to test. So that's how you need to look into that. So, and you have the and. Each one of these, the when can have an and, the then can have an and. It's basically like a conjunction. So you can have, for instead of you to just say giving and giving, which going to be two givings, you can have giving, then add and clause to it. So that's what. So we're going to, I've got one of the step I have created. So I'm just going to, for the sake of time, I would only going to copy and paste. So before I do that, I will just bring a web page out for you so that I'll tell you the scenario that we are trying to automate. So we are going to automate this particular site, Prep Major. If it comes up, we are trying to automate the search functionality in this particular site. So what we are going to do is like we are trying to say, okay, go to the search page, click on the search box. So once you click on that search, then you need to enter automation. Then after that, you click on search. So that will be our what we need to automate. So like I've clicked on that, I create a search for automation. Once I've searched on automation, I click on search. Then I need to verify that this particular URL is displayed on this particular page. This is the simple test that we are going to do in this particular demo. So to continue, so and this is the sample feature file that we're going to do. So I'm going to hold on 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to quickly type this now. So I thought I've got it. Okay, as a user of Prep Major, search course. So now I need the title. So I'm going to call this search course. And so I will type this particular scenario as such. So given, in my given clause, I'm going to say given I navigate to prepmajor.com. So, and I will also say that, and I click on the search field. So now when I type automation, so I'm going to do something a bit clever. I will just say automation. And I type automation in the search field. So, and then the result display. So I've kind of passed this as a parameter. So And we're going to see that in the next video how that turns out. So as you can see, another color coding, this is kind of purple. The purple is showing that there's no step definition. There's no binding for it. I've now created a step definition. That is going to happen in the video I'm going to do next. Okay, so you should look out for that video. So that is basically everything that you need to know. So if you need to know more about BDD and everything, there are other videos I've done on BDD, so you can actually look into what this is and what this step is. I've got a video on BDD, behavioral driven development, so you can actually that actually explains what each one of these actually means and other keywords in BDD. But this is basically a quick end-to-end to creating your first feature file. So that's that. So basically, yeah. So this is going to the step-by-step to creating your first SpecFlow Selenium test framework. And my name is DG, and I'll be taking you through the next step, which is step number 9, which is creating your page object. That will be in the next